Hello, crafty friends. I'm Erin Thompson of Everyday Expressions, and I'm thrilled to share with you some exclusive Scrapbook.com products, along with a few other favorite products, also in the SBC store. Today, I'm going to show how I turned the adorable Build and Layer Bear die set into a sweet polar bear mixed media holiday card featuring paste, mica spray stains, and stencil. So let's get started. I begin by cutting a panel of mixed media paper to 3.75 inches by 5 inches and spritz generously with water. Then I alternately sprayed Distress Mica stains in frozen fog, winter frost, and snow flurries. Now, I have to warn you, if you've never used spray stains before, you'll want to work on a waterproof mat, and if you don't want your fingers to get inky, possibly even wear gloves. Now, that doesn't worry me, so I don't wear gloves, but and you'll want to continue spraying the stains until you get the desired effect. And once you like it, you'll want to dry it with a heat gun, and then I even dribbled a little bit of water and then lifted with paper towels, dried it again, and then finished it with some splatters of the same stains. And there you see the beautiful results. You get a lovely kind of pearly metallic background panel, and it's perfect for so many different projects. I love the kind of flowy organic look of a spray stain background. Then I'm taking the Peppermint Winter Scrapbook.com stencil, placed it over my panel, and now I'm using Distress translucent grit paste and spreading that over the entire panel through the stencil. I give it a nice even coat, and you will want to have baby wipes or take your stencil and palette knife and rinse them off immediately. Don't let that grit paste dry on your stencil. While the paste is still wet, I pour Distress Rock Candy glitter over the panel and set that aside to dry. Once the translucent paste dries, it adheres the rock candy and it just gives a beautiful shimmery snowflake effect for your background. Now I move on to the Build and Layer die set. I pull all of the pieces off and cut them out of cardstock in the colors, beginning with white for the polar bear. And then out of black, I die cut the little ears and facial features. I don't have those adhered down yet. And I decide that for the little paws, I don't want them to be solid black. So I take my foam blender and I dab just a little bit of Hero Arts Pigment White ink just to the top of his little paws to soften the effect of the black cardstock. Then I use my Scrapbook.com Artis glue and adhere those to the bottom of his feet. And I encourage you, I do like that they have a colored example on the back of the product package, and definitely refer to that to know where each size of die cut fits on your layered build and layer set. There I'm adhering his little tummy for just a little bit more dimension. I did not ink that at all. I just decided to keep all those pieces white. But then I did use a foam blender to add a little bit of shading with Catherine Pooler Deck the Halls ink to a scarf. This just takes an already colored cardstock and adds just a little bit more dimension with very little effort. You'll see in a moment I do the same thing to his hat with Cranberry Fizz ink. You don't have to do these steps, but I do think it takes your card to just the next level. Now I'm adhering the little white puffball to the Santa hat and to the brim. And now before I adhere any of his little facial features, I adhere the scarf so that I know exactly where I want his nose and eyes to be placed on his face, just to be certain that everything was placed correctly. I glue his little nose onto his muzzle, glue the whole thing on, add the hat, and then I add a little drop of glue where his eyes should be and glue those little black die cuts. Then I chose a piece of this metallic Scrapbook.com cardstock, and I like that it's already perfectly sized, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I didn't even have to trim that down. I used my Scrapbook.com adhesive to adhere that to my card base. And then more adhesive to my panel, and I just layered that on a white piece of cardstock for a little bit of shadow. And now I am using the Snow Globe stamp set and coordinating dies, and just for the happy holiday sentiment, I stamped that with embossing ink onto a piece of the silver cardstock. I'm using Wow black embossing powder, heat set that, die cut it, and then I add just a little bit of foam tape to the back, and I'll adhere that to my card. And I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to place the sentiment, so you'll see in a moment that I kind of move it around. I don't know if I want my little polar bear to be holding the sentiment or whether it should go down below. And I finally just decided I didn't want to cover him up at all. I thought he was so cute. So I actually adhered it below my polar bear. I do add some foam tape to the back of the polar bear, and there you see I'm adding it to the sentiment. Then I'll add some to the back of my polar bear. I like a lot of dimension on my cards, so I do pop a lot of things up with foam squares and foam tape. And I'm placing the sentiment. And then I decided that I really did want to add those cute little pink cheeks to him because even polar bears might get chilly, right? So I cut that out of some light pink cardstock, and then I will adhere those onto his cheeks with my Artis glue. And then you'll find that I finished the card with some Catherine Pooler Crater Lake sequins. And that's it. What do you think? I think he's so cute, and I love adding some of my favorite mixed media products to a cute little holiday card. So, thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more videos from Scrapbook.com, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.